Welcome to Simply Liminal. My name is Stacy. This is my daily 2-card reading for Monday, April 15th, 2024. Today is the first quarter moon, or the waxing half of the moon. So we're right between the new moon a week ago and the full moon roughly in a week from now. And I will say that I view this first quarter moon as kind of the end of the intensity of the eclipse cycle that we just went to. I feel like the eclipse cycle lasts about a month. It's about a week before the first eclipse, through the 2 weeks between the eclipses, and then about a week after. So today is the day where I'm seeing a lot of that energy has moved out. Maybe it was even yesterday. We had a beautiful, beautiful message from yesterday's reading. And so if you are interested, please go back and find yesterday's reading from the 14th. It was gorgeous. And I took such great insight and strength from it myself personally. So we are working with the Angels of Atlantis Oracle cards by Stuart Pearce. I worked with his other deck a couple months ago. That is the Angel Heart Sigils of Atlantis. These decks are full of intensity and information. And I really felt drawn to this deck this week for a couple reasons. Number one, about a week ago now, a reading of Stuart Pearce's popped up on my YouTube page. It was a year old. I hadn't seen it, and I felt like it just connected to my soul. And so I truly believe that sometimes when we're ready, the message will come to us. I don't know that I would have been ready or perceived that reading in the same way a year ago as I did a week ago when I read it. It felt very special to me. And so I will tell you that no matter when you see this reading, that time, that day, I believe there's a message in there for you. Regardless of the date that I put on the video, I believe when you see it, there's a message there for you in it. As always, I open a circle of light and love and protection around myself for these readings, which extends not just to myself in the reading process, but towards the collective. You, whenever you see this reading, you are protected from that. Or with that. Now, I do want to mention just a little bit that Stuart Pearce channeled this deck back in the late 80s, and he's seen these Archangels of Atlantis as orbs of light in different shades of colors. 12 archangels. Some will probably sound familiar to you. There are 44 cards in this deck, which he reports is the sacred master number of Atlantis. And the deck is intended to inspire us towards acts of heartfelt love, which will be for healing and for spiritual empowerment. So it's a very powerful deck, and I really wanted to use it after the eclipse. I felt like it was very important with that energy. So as always, I look at two things for these daily readings. I look at the energy, which is the force that's directed towards us from the universe, from our environment, maybe our large environment, our planetary environment, or our small environment, like our home, our work, our family environment. Those are all environments for us. And then the energy is the focus then is the intention, the effort, or the response that we put into that energy. Because ultimately, you know, we're co-creating with Spirit here. Spirit sends us something, but our response matters. Our actions make a difference. You know, if we don't make the right choice, we can wreck our day, we can wreck other people's day, and they can have long ramifications. Now, I'm not perfect. Nobody is, and I make mistakes, and I don't always do the right thing. I'm trying to be better all the time. This is about growth. All of us are trying to be better people. I mean, I think that's why you're here watching this video, is because you want some messages from the divine, and you want to see how, see, I said that, you want to be better people. And there was just this little glimmer of light that shined up for us. I just think that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So let's look at what our message is for today. Let's look at our energy. Here's our energy card, and then our focus. Yesterday I was just called to shuffle a little bit differently, and by gosh, I had 3 cards just like pop out of the deck. So yesterday was a 3-card reading, which actually had happened to me the week before too, but normally 2 cards. That is what we're looking at. Energy and then the focus. Now I will read a little bit about, well, I will definitely read what Stuart Pearce has written about these angels. I think the guidebook is very important in all the oracle books, because I think that the message that's channeled through the cards is part and into the deck is very important to the overall message. But these, especially, I like to read them word for word. But he's a man who actually challenges me sometimes to get my dictionary out and find out, I don't know what that word means. I guess I got to look it up. So we'll see how we do. So let us look at the energy for the day. If I can pick the card up. We have Zadkiel, which is security. And this is sort of like a aqua colored orb. It's actually, sorry, about the same color as my Amazonite flame. That's always with me, but it's a very similar color. Just kind of that bluish green. So Zadkiel, the message is security. And if I'm not mistaken, this here is from the Sistine Chapel. This image is from the Sistine Chapel. And I might be remembering wrong, but I think this is God reaching out to touch Adam's finger. That's the idea behind the artwork anyways. So Zadkiel is the divine comforter. That's how Stuart channels him in this deck. Tied to beneficence, wisdom, benevolence, abundance of source, and clear vision over obstacles. So that's really interesting energy, especially because the message we're getting is security. So let me get to this part of the book and read what Stuart Pearce has written here about Zadkiel and his message for us. And please know that when I say his or her in reference to the archangels, some of them are more considered with feminine energy, some of them more considered with masculine energy. But in my understanding, the archangels are really genderless. They're not male or female. They may have more masculine versus feminine energy, but genderless beings. So the message for the security card is, the angels wish to assure you that they unite with you in their powerful benevolence. Zadkiel particularly overlights your journey with comfort at this time. If you are disconcerted, angelic elixir will surge through you. If you are fearful, you will hear whisperings about your connection with the source. If you are diseased, Zadkiel will comfort you with manna from heaven. Excuse me. Chiefly, the angels will remind you that your security means self-cure. Oh, that's really a beautiful insight, isn't it? And so you will be returned to the well-being of the source. Additionally, the sacred symbol of the flower of life will drench your life in its wisdom, reminding you to reveal all to God, as well as to ask the angels to take all challenges from you. Wow. Well, here's my cat over here saying hi too. One of my cats pretty inquisitive about this, but I feel like that was like a double down on that line. And so I'm going to repeat it. It says, reminding you to reveal all to God, as well as to ask the angels to take all challenges from you. And then my JJ talked to us. So that's beautiful energy we have coming into us today. So let us look at the focus card and see how we're going to work with that. So here we have Hanael, and the message is courage. And this is bright ruby red, fierce. I mean, I was born in July, so I'm drawn to rubies because that's my stone, but courage here. And I will say that Hanael is one of the angels. Since we were talking about divine and feminine energy, Hanael is one of the archangels that is sometimes tied to more feminine energy, but is known as the sacred warrior, again, tied to the planet Venus, which is also tied to feminine energy, and associated with grace, favor, and charm. And here we're getting this message of courage. So we need to face this day with courage. That is our action. Let me find Hanael's message here in the book for us. Just got to get to the right spot. And I'm going to read exactly what Stuart Pearce has written in here. It says, it seems you have recently felt your force dwindling, and that you need to call upon this oracle for support. Interesting then that we have security tied to this. Hanael's shield of humility will allow you to feel fully protected as you face the situation. Which part of you feels thwarted, or what thought suggests that you cannot move bravely through this current experience? Trust the courage of the wise Hanael to see yourself covered by the shield, drenched in the angelic presence of the ruby ray arising from Hanael's beautiful presence. Please do not doubt your truth. Find strength in your convictions and allow them to guide you to be a spiritual warrior. Wow. It says here, the divine will illuminate your way forward. There's not much more I can say really about this message. The message is in the cards. This feels like an incredibly powerful day for us if we choose to act with courage. And so find what's important to you, your convictions, your thoughts, your beliefs, and then move forward with courage, and great things will come to us. I hope you found this reading helpful. I hope you connected with it in some way. Again, this is the day that I feel like we've kind of blown off the rest of that eclipse energy, and now we're moving forward. And so this is what we've got. We're moving forward with courage, and we're going to have security. And that feels like a beautiful, beautiful thing to me. Please like, please subscribe, please share these readings, please leave me messages. These are things that can help my channel grow so I can help spread these messages to more people. I'm so grateful for all the likes I've gotten. You know, I'm getting more people subscribe to the channel all the time, and I'm so grateful and thankful for that. And for every one of those people plays a part in helping spread these messages. And we need messages from the divine right now to help us find our way forward. I truly, truly believe that. And this is a beautiful deck to help us lead the way. Excuse me, my voice is kind of wavering. I've been fighting off a little bit of a head cold the last couple days. Thank you for coming to my reading today. My name is Stacy. Thank you for visiting Simply Liminal. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.